The maintenance for patch 7.31 is currently ongoing. So while we wait for the servers to return, let's check out what's coming with patch 7.31. And if you find the video useful, maybe give it a commendation by liking and subscribing. But let's start with the new playable content. First of all, in area changes, the arrival coordinates when teleporting or returning to Beastway burrows have been adjusted. New quests have been added with the Cosmic Exploration. To start your journey to Faena, make sure to head to Sinus Ardorum and speak to Searching Way, who has the quest Go Forth, Brave Explorers. If you would prefer to work on updating your phantom weapons, you want to go to the Phantom Village and speak to Lighter Sail, who has the quest Keeping the Old Ways Alive. In Fate updates, new items have been made available in exchange for bicolor gemstones from Ral Vuruk in Yaktel. In housing updates, we have new furniture both inside and outside. These seem to be based on Cosmic Exploration, so if you would like to bring some of our adventures in the stars to your home, this is the way to do it. And of course, we are getting some new orchestration roles as well. In Mandeville Gold Saucer updates, we are getting some new Triple Triad cards, and in miscellaneous updates, we are getting a new emote. They have made some updates to the Palace of the Dead, making it easier to increase your Ether Pool gear strength, moving the minimum you get from Silver Chest from 1 to 5, and from 1 to 10 when defeating bosses. Little more information about the Phantom Weapons. To start updating your Phantom Weapons, you again must speak to Lighter Sail in the Phantom Village, with the quest Keeping the Old Ways Alive. During the quest line, the players will be receiving an Ether Wheel array, which can be used to confirm progress during the stage of the enhancement progress. They don't exactly explain how this is gonna work, but they did talk earlier about that you can either try to grind this all out at once, and then have to grind quite a bit, or you can do this a little bit slower through what sounded like some semi-time gated stuff, and then it's gonna be easier, but well, slower. I am curious how this Ether Well array is gonna work and what they want us to do, but it seems like it is elementally focused, and it looks like we might be trying to collect something related to the element of wind, fire, earth, and water. After finishing the quest line, if you wanna upgrade further Phantom Weapons, you can do that by buying the correct items for Elegant Tombstones of Heliometry from Dotokuli in the Phantom Village, just like with the previous stage. We are having some updates to the PvP actions. I'm gonna show them here on the screen, so you can check them out. First, there are changes to all jobs, then the Dark Knight, the Monk, the Dragoon, Ninja and Samurai, the Viper, Bard and Machinist, the Dancer and Black Mage, the Summoner, Pictomancer and White Mage, and the Scholar, Astrologian and Sage. When it comes to items and recipes, they don't specify which items or recipes are being added at the moment. But they do show us this gear that looks like it's gonna come from our Cosmic Exploration, as it is very space themed. In minor changes, when using an item registered to hotbar, the icon will now appear grayed out if the target character is out of range. And now it's time to talk about Faena, the next destination for the Cosmic Exploration Initiative. Like I mentioned before, to head to Faena, you want to talk to Searching Way in Sinus Ardorum. Upon unlocking Faena, players may travel to the star using the Beastway Burrow Aetheryte, speaking with Driving Way in Mare Lamentorium, or by speaking with Cruising Way in Sinus Ardorum, and selecting Faena as a destination. We now have a new destination screen, so it will be easy to select which planet you want to go to. Here we also have a description of Faena, which says, representing the initiative's next great hop into the cosmos, the star boasts a striking crystalline landscape, naturally rich in silicon. Although conditions on the surface are less than conducive to sustaining organic life, the abundant mineral deposits are worth the price for any potential hardship. So it sounds like this might not be a very friendly place to visit. But we're gonna see how we manage to build it up. We now have Faena credits, which are obtained by participating in stellar missions and projects on Faena. These credits can be exchanged for mech-up pilot applications while on the star, or used to draw cosmic fortunes. And while on Faena, Faena credits will be displayed on your exit table in the same location as Luna credits, Luna credits can still be earned and used while in Sinus Artorum and will continue to display as usual. Meaning we have unique currency on each star. So it seems if you have been collecting up some Luna credits to hopefully use on Faena, that is not gonna work. There will be Faena exploration tokens that can be exchanged for a special mount. These tokens are awarded upon the completion of EX Plus stellar missions. Both the tokens themselves and the mount available for exchange can be sold via the market board. I can see a lot of money in somebody's future there. Now updating the stellar successes. In daily successes, upon completing the quest Go Forth Brave Explorer, Lunar credits earned via daily successes will be converted to Faena credits instead. Please note that the daily success points can also be accrued in Sinus Artorum. In standard successes, Faena has been added as a separate category, and the stellar successes window will now display standard successes corresponding to the star on which you currently reside. Though players can check the progress of standard successes on other stars via the pull-down menu towards the top of the window. In Starward Standing updates, tallying for Starward Standing has been changed and will now be based on player contribution from stellar missions, mech ops and projects undertaken on Faena. Players can check their current standing by speaking with Scanningway on Faena. And in turn, contribution made in Sinus Artorum will no longer count towards your contribution score. With high enough contribution, you will get the Star Contributor, which will be honored for 14 days in the following ways. A hologram of the player will be displayed on Faena, the player's name will be displayed on the Starward Standing Stella on Faena, and a special visual effect will be applied to the character in cosmic exploration areas. Star contributors cannot be reselected for 14 days. However, if the current star contributor still holds the highest contribution score on the 14th day after being selected, they will be designated as star contributor again on the following day. Make note, commendation received on Faena will not apply to Sinus Artorum, so it seems to be two separate systems. In quality of life updates, the infrastructure index will now open automatically upon project completion. If you would prefer it to not do this, you can also disable this via the Cosmic Exploration settings window. The Cosmic Exploration tools can now be further enhanced. So by participating in Cosmic Exploration, players can obtain class-specific tools for disciples of the Hand and Land, which can be enhanced. By completing stellar missions, players will obtain resource data critical for tool enhancement. These cosmic prototypes do not need to be equipped to accrue the resource data. Players can confirm required resource via cosmic resource on the extra table. Once players have accrued sufficient resource data, they may report to Researching Way on the star on which they currently reside. Doing so will allow players to obtain enhanced prototypes and cosmic tools. And while the players may obtain numerous cosmic prototypes and tools, resource data can only be accrued via stellar missions for any given class. I would also like to point out that it can be best to actually update one tool at a time, as when you finish updating a tool, it is gonna give an XP buff to all the other tools, stacking the more tools you have. So I highly recommend focusing on one tool at a time, so you start getting the bonus instead of trying to level them all at once and, well, never getting the bonus. They've added new mounts, including this excavator type mount, and they have also added new minions, including this mech from our mech ops. It even has a tiny little person on the front. And finally, new faceware has been added. And those are the things coming with patch 7.31. I am personally most excited to see what Faena looks like, even though I'm not that keen on building up my cosmic tools. I do still like going there and helping out with building up the new base. And I am of course excited to see what the upgraded phantom weapons are gonna look like, and how we're gonna be upgrading them. But tell me, what are you most excited for? Let's talk about it down in the comments, and while you're there, maybe give the video a commendation by liking and subscribing. En in the end all I wanna say is takk fyrir að horfa og við yndislegan dag.